Good morning. I'm Dr. Joe March, Chair of the UAB Faculty Senate. It's my pleasure to welcome faculty, students, staff, leadership, and community members, including those that are attending in the streaming online component, to UAB's annual State of the University Address. It is a long-time tradition, in accordance with the Constitution and bylaws of the Faculty Senate, that the Chair invites the UAB President to present a State of the University at an open meeting, and we are happy to continue that rich tradition. The Senate has worked collaboratively with the administration on a wide range of topics over the past year, including changes to the budget model, research reinvestment plans, and supporting faculty through the Faculty Development Grant Program. Dr. Watts and Provost Benoit are always open to discuss any topic affecting the university, so I encourage faculty to reach out to their senators or Senate leadership when you have an issue that we can assist with. At this time, I want to thank the senators who are present and for their service throughout the full year, and my committee chairs who do the bulk of the work of the Senate as we move through the year. Dr. Ray Watts is a proud graduate of the university and served in many roles. He has served his current role as president of the university since 2013, making this his 10th address to the campus. We have experienced growth and stability during his tenure and appreciate his leadership through the pandemic. This address is expected to inform the campus about our successes and our future. We are proud of our accomplishments and recognize that the challenges will always present ourselves, and we appreciate Dr. Watts taking the time to present to the university community. Dr. Watts.
Well, thank you, Dr. March, and thank you to the Faculty Senate for your service each and every day. You do a great service to this institution. Well, let me first just say how proud I am to be able to serve alongside you this great institution, which is so mission-focused in everything we do. And our 26,000 employees and 22,000 students are committed to making the world a better place each and every day and to service all who depend on us, and the pandemic was a good example of just how much we do for the state and the country. Well, today I'm going to share with you many of our successes, and it's been a remarkable year. In spite of the pandemic, even as we hopefully are coming out of it, we welcomed the world to Birmingham in support of the World Games. And you see some of the high-level accomplishments around each part of our mission. Record number of international students this year, which bring rich diversity to our campus. Under the leadership of Provost Benoit and the faculty, developing a new core curriculum that equips our students for a 21st century economy. Ranked among the world's top universities for research. Global headlines for a medical first, implanting genetically engineered pig kidney into a human being to show that it is not rejected, and we're looking forward to next steps. And through our grand challenge, Live HealthSmart Alabama, and many of our community initiatives, we are indeed working together with our community, with the city, with the county, to transform our neighborhoods, improve health and education for our young people. We had a fifth straight year of surpassing 21,500 students, and you might say, why is that important? Well, if you read any of the headlines, you see that 2-year and 4-year college enrollments are down across the country. So our team has worked hard to make sure we're still providing a great education to our young people, our citizens, so they can be the leaders of tomorrow. We had the most diverse freshman class ever, and you can see the statistics there. Almost 2/3 women and 50% plus underrepresented, 35% first generation. The academic credentials of this class are very similar to all of our others. They continue to excel. We had, as I mentioned, a record number of international students this year, 1,476 from 84 countries around the world. And that is intentional because, as you know, diversity is one of our core values, and to bring international diversity for our in-state students, many of whom have not left the United States, give them an opportunity to learn from one another. Learning in the classroom is important, but learning outside the classroom and learning about other people and really learning that while we might seem different, we're all much more alike, and learning to understand one another's culture. And we continue to provide diverse and talented students with exceptional opportunities for learning, research, and service. And we continue to be recognized nationally as one of the most diverse campuses in America. Well, under Dr. Benoit's leadership, we have worked over these last 2.5 years to develop a truly distinctive curriculum so that we equip our young people for success in the global economy. Over 140 courses were submitted to the Blazer Core, and they're being evaluated now. They come from all of our schools, colleges, and units, and the committee is reviewing, and we will be ready to bring this forward in the fall 2023 semester. Importantly, our Core Fellows programs provides our faculty with opportunities to develop innovative core courses. Our Honors College continues to provide tremendous opportunities in research, scholarship, and service for our young people. You see that we had a record enrollment this year in the Honors College, and their academic credentials are outstanding as well. And you see the opportunities that they have been presented with to present at undergraduate research expos, national conferences, and 27 did projects across a wide range of disciplines as presidential honors scholars. You see here the Honors College student. These students provide over 6,000 service hours a year, of which we are all very proud. We continue to develop innovative programs, new majors, and our Collat School of Business Entrepreneurship major has enrollment of over 100 after only 2 years, and it was honored this year with the nation's top award for new entrepreneurship programs. And you see Malcolm Holyfield there, our most outstanding entrepreneurship student for 2022. We're developing a new master's in global health, which is a partnership between the Hersink School of Medicine and the School of Public Health. And it will provide unique opportunities to develop competencies to face the global health issues around the world and here at home. And we had our first graduate of our Public Administration Accelerated Bachelor's and Master's program. You see Anya Krudel graduated this summer with a BS in Economics and an MPA, a powerful combination. Our graduate programs continue to excel, and you can see here 16 of our programs recognized by U.S. News and World Report in the top 25. And again, our Master's in Health Administration was ranked number 1 in the country. Our people are continuing to earn national and global recognition. You see on the left, 3 of our faculty were named members of the prestigious National Academy of Medicine this year. Dr. Alan Tita, Dr. James Market, and Dr. Carmel Ellie. Very proud of them for this accomplishment. We had 3 Goldwater Scholars, and we were recognized by the U.S. State Department as a top producer of Gilman Scholars. And you see 30 students have been elected since 2020. This year we had our first Schwartzman Scholarship. Zara Abdullarov is going to China to study policy and study Chinese culture and economics. Tremendous opportunity for her. You see how diverse her group of academic background is. We have had tremendous accomplishments in the arts, in programming, performance, and education. And under Dr. Benoit's leadership, we consolidated our different arts departments together as UAB Arts. The Abrams Engel Institute for Visual Arts, the Arts in Medicine program, which brings art to the bedside for patients young and old who are suffering in our hospitals to bring joy to them and to improve their spirits. Alice Stevens Center celebrated its 25th anniversary this year, and in spite of coming out of the pandemic, had the record attendance over this past year. Art Play continues to educate our young people from all backgrounds as they come here to our campus, and we've partnered this year with the Alabama Symphony Orchestra to provide music and other genres of the arts in a full day for the young people from our schools across the city and surrounding area. The World Games was terrific, and Dr. Henry Panion was the artistic director, and many of our faculty, students, and staff from music and theater participated in making these ceremonies remarkable. And 4 of our faculty have won fellowships from the State Council of the Arts, and you see those from art and art history and English listed there. Proud of each and every one of them. And hot off the press just this week, Garden & Gun has recognized the Thornton Dial I Too Am Alabama exhibition, first ever in Alabama. And Thornton Dial is from the Bessemer, McCalla area, and was not formally educated, but educated himself. He was a skilled metal worker, and he used everyday items to produce art, and you can see how beautiful his display is in the Ava Gallery there. It's still open for another month or so, and is one of our most exciting exhibits ever. Well, from art to research and to science, you can see that we continue our most successful research funding period ever. And remarkably, we passed $700 million in research funding this year. And over the last 5 years, we've grown by 50%, almost $250 million. And you can see on the right some of the accolades and rankings, top 1% of all NIH-funded organizations. And among U.S. universities, we rank 17th among all publics in federal R&D expenditures, and we rank 11th in NIH funding. All of our schools are excelling. You can see on the top left, 3 of our schools rank in the top 10 nationally among all universities: health professions, optometry, and nursing. And you can see that the Hearsink School of Medicine over the last 7 years or so has been among the very top in growth percentages at 98% over these years, almost 100%. And you see the other universities there who are much older and who've been doing it a lot longer. So we're in great company. Proud of the School of Medicine leadership under Dr. Agarwal and others. Dentistry continues to do practitioner work to educate dental academicians. And we're excited to go to Dothan and open a satellite dental clinic there because of the severe shortage of dentists in that region and throughout the state in rural areas. You can see Cass increased their research funding this past year by 23%, and engineering continues to excel in material science. You can see here some of the global competitiveness in research and innovation. U.S. News & World Report does a best global universities ranking, and it's really ranked on critical criteria such as publications, citations, and highly cited publications. Top 8% globally, top 20% nationally, and of course the highest ranked in Alabama. Well, we are becoming the biotech commercialization leader in the Southeast. And through our Harvard Institute for Innovation and Entrepreneurship under the leadership of Dr. Kathy Nugent, and our partnership with Southern Research under the leadership of Dr. Josh Carpenter, we are achieving momentum more than we've ever had before. You can see even coming out of COVID how successful the HIIE was this year. 8th straight year with a positive bottom line, contributing to reserves that will be used to reinvest in our startup companies and our faculty and students' intellectual property. 9 startups recently approved and poised to launch, and 3 more in the pipeline. 7 startups received grants from the Alabama Innovation Corporation, building on the SBIR and STTR. Those are taking NIH funds and scientific advances and advancing them to commercialization. And as I mentioned, our partnership with Southern Research is more exciting than ever. One of our spin-out companies this year won the Excellence in Entrepreneurship Award. N8 Bio is an innovative cancer therapy that's been developed by our faculty, and it's being used in some experimental treatments of brain tumors and leukemia, and showing some early promise. Southern Research is retooling through a new strategic plan in concert with UAB to build a new modern campus. You see this beautiful new building where that old castle used to be. It's on that prominence there, and it's going to be a beacon of hope as it shines at night. It's going to double their lab space, expand their capacity, grow their talent, and have a doubling of their economic impact. With UAB, we are partnering to take our drug discovery and development capabilities to a new level. We are going to invest in clinical genomic data infrastructure to expand precision population health. And we're going to support research startups through a new biotech incubator that will be part of the Southern Research campus. Around Southtown, you see that's been cleared off there. We're working with the city, the Housing Authority, Southern Research, and Corporate Realty to put together a master plan to build affordable housing, market rate housing, retail, dining, but also an urban biotech research park that will drive the economy of Birmingham and Alabama. Well, our translational medicine is indeed impacting Alabama and the world. UAB Hospital is now the nation's 8th largest hospital and among the most technologically advanced in the world. It now covers 5 square blocks of our campus and is in need of expanding because of the tremendous demand for our services. You can see that our hospital continues to be ranked the #1 hospital in Alabama, and many of our specialties are in the top 50. With the HearSync naming gift of the School of Medicine, it's provided significant resources to allow us to continue to retain and recruit the very best faculty. And indeed, with our new genomic medicine data sciences building, we will be at the vanguard of precision medicine, which is the future foundation of healthcare. And as I mentioned, we had this major breakthrough with the genetically engineered pig kidneys being implanted into a person. Why is this important? Well, we have 100,000 people on the waiting list for need of a kidney transplant. Every transplant that is done saves a person's life, and we don't have enough organs. So this innovative research has been aimed at developing a method to have organs that could be accepted by the human body and provide a cure for that patient and a real improvement of removing patients off of that kidney transplant list. We have done the second most kidney transplants in the history of medicine, and we've done the most kidney transplants in African Americans because of our location and because of our willingness to have everyone, even 50 years ago, access to the very best care in the world. Our UAB Grand Challenge has been just that, a grand challenge, and it continues to expand in its scope and impact as we implement it now, beginning the 4th year after finishing 3 years of implementing this. COVID made us pivot and take care of the folks in our neighborhoods with testing and with vaccinations, but overall we're making tremendous progress in striving to improve the health of all of our citizens. As you know, we have chosen 4 demonstration neighborhoods in Birmingham and have gone in and assessed their health, improved their physical environment, their built environment, their parks, their streets, their lighting, their recreational activity, community gardens, and we are doing health assessments to determine what diseases they have. And we find them every day as we do these, new patients with unrecognized hypertension, diabetes, and many other conditions. And now that we work with the health system, with Cooper Green, to run Cooper Green, we bring them access to a primary care doctor. Some of the citizens in some of these neighborhoods, 80-90%, didn't have a primary care doctor. And it's hard to take care of these diseases, and they show up in our emergency room with a catastrophe. Well, we're going to change that. This is about providing access to health care for all of our citizens. And Mona Fuad and the team have just made tremendous progress, and we couldn't be more proud of them. We now are working with Protective Life and improving some neighborhoods in North Birmingham around Protective Stadium in that area. And we're preparing to take Live HealthSmart to other cities and communities across the state. The next step, we're going to go down to Montgomery and Selma and Demopolis and take this playbook, this methodology that we've developed, and bring it to them and challenge their hospitals, universities, colleges, city, county, corporate leadership to partner like we have. We've had over 100 partners here in Birmingham and have had the best working relationship with the city that we've ever had because we're helping them in every way that we can. And it's really transforming these neighborhoods. We're going to continue to spread that. Well, our tremendous efforts this year were supported by record philanthropic gifts. Under the leadership of Tom Brannon and his advancement team, our total giving this past year surpassed $111 million. Our goal was 80, and we're excited about that. I know he and others are very excited that we had record alumni giving, over $25 million this year, so almost 25% of that total. And giving was up in essentially every college, school, and unit. And the endowment this year surpassed $550 million in book value and over $700 million in market value. Pretty remarkable for a young university that's only about 50 years old. You know, we also had the largest philanthropic commitment ever from a UAB alumnus, $10 million from Frank Bearfield, who got his MBA here in our Collette School of Business. He gave this money to name both the Department of Criminal Justice and our entrepreneurship program, and to create endowed chairs and professorships in both to recruit and retain the very best talent. It will truly accelerate critical initiatives in these areas. Our campus master plan continues to unfold. We're building one of the most vibrant, state-of-the-art, and sustainable urban campuses in the nation. And you can see in the past 5 years that we've invested almost $400 million in total construction. 16 major new construction projects, adding 600,000 gross square feet of new space, and 10 major renovations. And we added over 250,000 gross square feet of new residential student space. And about 80% of our freshmen now live on campus. In the next 5 years, you see that our investment will be even bigger, over $600 million in total construction. 9 new construction projects and 12 major renovations together, adding almost 1.5 million gross square feet of space. And sometimes I'm asked about, well, if we can invest this much in facilities, why can't we invest even more in people? Well, we are. We're investing more than that in people. But what we have to recognize is that the sources of funding for these facilities is very different, as I'll show you in just a moment. We're excited about this new student organization assembly meeting space. They'll be able to meet in various small, medium, and large areas and have storage space. And you can see a rendering here. We're about to start to break ground very soon. It's going to be on the corner of 11th Avenue South and 14th Street. And it's going to be a great new area for them that's close to our residence halls and the campus. We're very excited to finally break ground on our new Child Development Center. And you can see the rendering here. It's going to be a beautiful and highly functional facility that will over double our ability to take care of both infants and children. And it's going to be a modern space with classroom and support spaces, indoor, outdoor recreation, and office and administrative spaces. It's going to be on the corner of what is 11th Street and 10th Avenue South, just east of the Epic School across the street there. And it's going to be a beautiful facility that has good ingress and egress, and we're very excited to bring that for our faculty and staff and students. You can see across the street the first phase of our science and engineering complex coming up. Very impressive building. It'll be the new home for the departments of biology, physics, and instructional space for chemistry as well. The research and office space and teaching space for biology and physics will be there. We intend to start the next phase within less than 12 months, the new engineering building, which will be phase 2 of this complex, and you can see the rendering on the bottom right. It's going to be a tremendous advance for our faculty and staff and students. And the third phase will be a new chemistry building in the next few years. We're very excited to have broken ground and start demolition in Lyons Harrison to build the new Altec Steichlinger Genomic Medicine and Data Sciences building. It's going to transform our ability to deliver genomic and precision health. And you see the renderings here of how it will be an iconic building for genomics, and the addition there for the Heersink School of Medicine, a new conference center. That'll be the Heersink Biomedical Innovation Conference Center. That's a very beautiful facility, functional. UAB Medicine also is marching forward. Over the past years, between total construction and technology, invested about $400 million in our facilities to keep them among the most advanced in the nation and the world. The next 5 years, we anticipate spending almost $750+ billion in new construction and renovations. And through a number of different projects, we will be adding about 200 patient beds to our 1,200 that we have now. That'll probably put us in the top 3 or 4 or 5 in size among all hospitals in America. And with that, we will be renewing medical technology that keeps us at the forefront. You can see the new inpatient rehabilitation facility that's on 7th Avenue South, just west of 18th Street. If you tried to drive by there, you see them putting in a massive building in that small space. It will be a replacement facility with additional beds for Spain rehab. It's going to be one of the most modern rehabilitation facilities in the world. Our athletics, through the development of Protective Stadium, joining the AAC, have entered a new prominence for UAB athletics. We've won 2 football championships, men's basketball, women's basketball championships over the last few years, and we intend to win more this year. And we're excited to be moving into the American Athletic Conference, which will give us increased national exposure and national competitiveness in all of our sports. And you can see that we've renovated over 25 facilities in the last 7 years. And I'm particularly proud of the academic and service excellence of these student athletes. 93% graduation success rate. Overall GPA of 3.23, highest ever. And remarkably, 20% of them have a 4.0. And I'm also very proud that they won again this year for the 3rd straight year the Community Service Award in Conference USA. So in summary, our great people are producing work that's so mission-focused each and every day. And the Employer of the Year recognition by Forbes in 2021 is a reflection of our great people, each and every one who bring their talent and their abilities to focus hard on serving others through the 5 mission pillars: education, research, patient care, community service, and economic development. And I'm very proud to be able to represent you today, but all of this work is attributable to you and all of our faculty and staff and students. Our great support of our University of Alabama system, leadership, Chancellor St. John, and our Board of Trustees, who could not be more supportive of all that we're doing. So we're excited about what we've accomplished over the past year, and as you know, we're going to set the bar even higher in the coming year, and we're very excited to take on these new challenges. So with that, I'll stop and open the floor for any questions or comments that you might have. Yes. Sure. Well, yes, we have worked with the city, and we've worked with ALDOT. And all of our directions to our patients, we saw this past year 2 million patient visits. So you can just do the math and see how many thousands are coming each week. So the ingress and egress to the medical center is directed to come off of 4th Avenue South and go each way from 3rd and 4th Avenue South, one ways. And that's the direction to get people to not come off of University Boulevard. But as you know, the exit there from 65 goes smoothly into University Boulevard. We've redone the whole 10th Avenue road diet, and that takes a lot of ingress and egress as well. In the afternoon, for example, you can see it's taking a lot of people west. So we have directed traffic away from University, but there's no way that we're going to be able to stop that demand. And we have tried to make the cross streets more user-friendly. We've made sure that we've got the best crosswalks and traffic light guidance, and we've put in a number of crosswalks, as you know, on University to make it safer. But overall, the safety of the campus is really very good for an urban campus that hasn't built walls around us. We've got a lot of people, both ours and others, coming through our campus. But a great deal of it is just our employees and our students. It's 50,000 people almost every day. And the patients that we serve, along with children, just 2.5 plus million patient visits a year. So yes, there is traffic, and yes, we are doing all we can to try to redirect that. At some point, we hope to work with ALDOT and build some new on and off lanes that are parallel, around I-65. They're improving the 280 exit. You may see that improvement. It's still not enough because we have so many people coming off of that exit, but many of them go to 3rd and 4th Avenue South now as well. So being in a city and being a big urban campus has its growing pains and has its challenges sometimes, but we're doing the very best that we can. We're building a new parking deck, as you may know, right across the street where the old Cooper Green parking deck was. Half of that's going to be a new 1,200 space parking deck for this part of the campus, and half of it's going to be a new clinic. I think it's about $110 or $20 million facility for ambulatory and urgent care for the citizens of Jefferson County. And it's going to be a tremendous modern facility. And most likely, once that's built and the parking deck is built, we'll take down Cooper Green Hospital, which is really no longer functional as a hospital. And that'll be a site for some other important activity going forward. But thank you, Jim. Others? Well, thank you for your attention, and it's great to be with you today. Look forward to the coming year.